Oh, do we? Okay. So let's do that motion first. All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Okay, then let's just put
that's a separate issue.
Let's put a motion together for Kevin to, do you want to put that motion together? I'd like it to be for all three because he...
I don't know what Kevin would charge us or if he's even willing to do it, but I would like him to know that he could do this and turn in an hourly rate for it. So...
Well, let's put a motion together
an inspection
to ask
as the job goes along?
Yeah.
I just want to make sure if it calls for 1 inch styrofoam insulation, they're not putting 1/4 inch in. You know.
Yeah. That happens.
And we want bitumen on the eaves, and we want it up there. We don't want. I believe his specs call for 6 feet from the eave edge.
Yeah.
It's real easy to put the first roll down and then start laying shingles, and all of a sudden.
It was 6 foot
ice and water shield?
Yep.
Yes.
On
6
all
feet?
the eaves.
Yeah, that's what I use.
I think they did a 9 on the township hall. He did a 9 inch, and on the library building he did a 6 inch.
6 foot.
I mean 6 foot.
Yeah.
Sorry, not 6 inch.
Okay.
6 foot. Sorry. Yeah.
I've got a motion to have Kevin doing, well, put his last name in here.
Yeah.
To do inspection as needed for each roofing job.
Second on that motion?
Who made the motion?
I
John?
thought you were.
I'll make the motion.
Okay, John makes the motion.
And I'll support it.
Okay. Is there
John?
any more discussion?
Second is Dennis. Okay.
And Kathy, you'll find out if he's okay with that?
Yeah.
Okay.
Are we going to set the rate in
I
that
think-
motion?
I'd like to know what he wants to charge. I don't know what we're willing to pay, and I don't know what a project manager, I mean, that's kind of the role we're asking him to play, would pay.
What have you got before? For writing the bid?
Well, he got,
Maybe? I would assume, but I'm not.
I don't know, I think
wanna
we
get
need to
involved
ask him.
with his
I don't think she should
hourly
get
rate.
involved. She
No,
should.
no, I'm
trying
not
to-
asking her to do that.
Let's
but-
just say what we ask him for on the bid, or
Well,
to do on the bid, but I don't.
Since I made the motion, add to it that for the same hourly rate that he wrote the spec sheet. Would that be acceptable?
Or
Yeah,
sometimes it
that's
is
fine.
per inspection.
And he might do it per inspection. It might be a
Might
per
not be an
inspection rate.
hourly thing at all.
Let's
Per inspection.
either per inspection or whatever he did for the hourly rate for the bid. Would that be okay?
For the same.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay. We have to vote on that. We've had a first and a second. Is there any other discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Okay. Motion carries. Anybody opposed? Okay.
Fine.
Let's go to the library.
The library roof?
Library roof. Library roof is Olson is the one here. Pretty clear.
Mm-hmm.
What was the 2100? Was that total?
That's
sheets?
alternate number
That's
2.
That's a number.
Yeah, but I don't know what
That is
alternate
a-
number 1 or 2 is.
Okay, you didn't read it?
No.
That's
number
totally.
2 is
No,
the
I didn't
half.
have time to read
That's
it.
the
Oh, I'm
half
sorry.
inch
It's the
sheathing.
OSB sheathing on
It's the same thing.
Because they have slats up there.
Yeah.
And
Yeah,
underneath-
I understand. But half inch? I don't think that's enough.
Over the top of existing boards? Yes,
Yeah.
it is.
Oh, you're not going to take the old off?
No.
Okay, all right. I agree with half inch then.
Yeah. And I think it's a good idea with new shingles.
Oh, yeah.
Okay,
That's probably why it's leaking.
so we award this one to Olson. Can I
and
have a
the
motion?
alternate. Oh, yeah, you're not doing it all in one?
No.
However you want to do it.
No.
I'll make the motion for Olson for
Okay.
$6,420 on the library roof.
Yep.
With the
With the 21.
With the alternate.
With
Kathy?
alternate number 2, $2,100.
Yep.
Yeah. I'll support that one.
Okay. Is there any other discussion about this one?
Is that
Okay.
number 2 or 1?
What's that?
Alternate.
2,100 is the amount.
It was alternate number 2.
Yeah,
Number
21.
1 was on this building, and alternate number 2 was on another building.
Yeah, okay.
At 2,100.
Okay. All in favor?
Aye.
Oh, who seconded, Dennis?
Dennis
Yes.
seconded. Okay, let's move to the gutters. This one looks like Olson, but I think Dennis has a really great point.
Well,
I'm
not
just going
necessarily Olson.
or was number 2. Fitz, oh yes,
Yeah.
you're right.
It's got 1,200.
1,200. I really think that the 1,261 that we got on the bid from we saw the quality of that guy's work. What was that? Build it. Built on demand. Yeah. It seems to me like for $61 getting 6 inches versus $1,200 getting 5 inches.
And then also getting bigger downspouts.
Getting a bigger downspout seems to me the better deal to go with. And the quality of that guy's work, we all saw, and we're talking about $61. I think we should go with who we know.
Are these the covered ones?
These are not the covered ones.
He gave us quotes for covering and for heating.
But we're taking the
Okay,
And I
but
don't
we're
want
not doing the covered like we saw?
I would recommend
That's
that
not
we
what
do
was in
the
the
cover.
specs.
No, I
covered
understand
wasn't
that,
in
but
the
we
specs.
Then we'd have to
really could
rebid.
we really could deviate if we wanted to award it to him.
Absolutely.
Right?
Absolutely.
Sure we could.
Yeah.
we can. But what we're
Well-
trying to do with our bids is
Yeah,
be clean.
I understand.
And I don't-
That's why you have somebody
but-
do apples to
That's-
apples.
Yeah.
But I think if we really want to go with the covered, which over in the library I feel is very important.
Well,
What
there's
goes
not a
in
lot
there?
of gutter
There's no trees
contractors
around
offer
there.
all
What
the
goes
heat-
in
all the
there?
heated
No,
options
it's the
also
snow,
that
and I
this guy
sit
does.
bounce off where
Covers?
right, no, the covered ones are going to eliminate that ice and stuff that's coming
No,
out.
No.
not the covered.
No, it doesn't.
The heated
For-
covered.
Oh, the heated cover, is that
The
what he's
heated,
going
the
to?
heated
that's-
covered
that's-
heated
that's
gutter
on
is what's
that
going to
rate
eliminate
most.
the ice melt issue.
Yeah.
Because if
Yeah.
anybody else wants to bid.
Because I know she had a problem over there a couple winters
Right.
ago with
I would not recommend putting heated covered gutter on the back side of the library. I wouldn't spend that money there because that would just put a covered gutter there, just eliminate leaves from getting in the gutter
Okay,
and
so
plugging
this
it up.
1261 is the covered.
No,
No.
1261
It's
is
all the same.
comparable with everybody
Everybody
else's
else's.
gutter.
He's just got a
it's
6
just
inch.
plain old gutter.
It's
He's
just
got
plain old
6
gutter.
inches
That's
instead of a
correct.
5 inch.
Okay, so.
He
but
didn't give
yet
us
we
a
didn't
5 inch
want-
rate. He gave us a 6 inch rate.
Yeah, I thought we didn't want to
Well,
do that in the library.
Right.
Well, we didn't put that in the bid, though, and I think Kathy's point is if we want to do that,
You gotta rebid it.
We got to rebid the gutter.
We don't have to rebid. We can pick his, because he's already low.
No, we can
For-
pick his. That's not
and
a
we
problem.
can And we can
And we
award
can
the.
add it.
Yes,
We can add it. Yeah.
yeah.
I see what you're saying. Okay, good deal. Good.
That's my feeling. But again, I know, Kathy, everybody has a covered gutter, but I'm like.
But I have a rate.
I will stand that very few contractors incorporate their covers into the structural support of the gutters like this guy does. Most of the other covered gutters, and I've dealt with those, slip up under the first row of shingles, and the wind can get under them, can lift them off. They are not tied to the fascia like these particular covers are. I mean, this is a whole different animal.
But if we want covered gutters, he gave me a rate for that I'm not going to read.
Right.
And everybody should have a chance to give us a rate on covered gutters. That's all I'm saying. You're saying just take his bid and then incorporate that in there. Well, how do I know that it might not be less by somebody else with covered
I'm going to
gutters?
guarantee you it'll be less by somebody else. I'm telling you that right now. That because they are going to be an inferior cover. Unless the guy actually uses the same rolls and the same technique that this guy uses. I've seen lots of covered gutters. This is the only one that I've seen that goes on like this.
I believe you.
Of
I
a
do believe
number
you
of
that it's superior.
gutter contractors.
But
That's all I'm saying.
that's
I
not what
told
we
you
had
right from the
everybody bid
beginning.
on.
I'm actually surprised that he's as close as he is on the price of his gutter. Because I figured the gutter alone will be more money, would be significantly more money.
Okay.
Well, maybe we can go with his open gutter, and if we find that we need to have a closed gutter,
You
can
don't
we
want
add
to
it
do
to
that.
it, or you can't add it to it at that time?
No, his covered gutter has to be put on all at the same time, because he uses a different type of support to hold the gutter on, which allows the cover
That's my next question.
to be a structural entity of the gutter. If you would have looked at the sample that I brought at the last meeting, you'd see what I was trying to explain that. A lot of other gutter
But
covers,
we
they
didn't have
simply
everybody else's
snap.
there to look at either.
They
I think the
simply
issue,
snap on.
I don't think anybody, Dennis, is
I'm
against this
agreeing
guy.
that it's
We-
probably a superior
We
product.
really like his product. I think the question is a question of kind of ethics. And the ethics are, do we want to rebid the gutters with a,
Because they don't have to be
with-
done until almost October.
yeah, the gutters can't be done until the roof's done.
Right.
So could we rebid the gutters and change the wording in our gutters to say we want a closed gutter? I mean, we do know, and we have seen this guy's work, and we know how good it is. But I'm not okay with doing this
Okay.
good of work with we spent a lot doing this right. And I think one of the things we want to do is continue to do this right. So let's rewrite the gutter bid. We'll just say we changed our spec after
You
realizing.
can do that. You can change the spec.
Yeah,
Yeah.
we did. We're going to change the spec,
And we'll want a closed gutter.
and we want a closed gutter, and
the same.
we got the same words, except we'll change it to a closed gutter.
And
And
if the downspouts are different, and you
we
want
got all that. Yeah, we got all that in here. We got
That's
terminate
it.
downspout sweeps. We've got all
With or
that.
without heat.
Yeah, I think we ask for with or without heat. Don't you? I mean
I
that.
mean, if you're gonna spec it, you better say one way or the other.
Right, and if
Yeah,
you're
'cause
going to
he
if you're
did.
going to do
I
a
can't
heated
take all
gutter
his bid because we
with a
didn't ask for
cover, you
that.
have to heat the
But
cover
it
and
sounds
you
like
have
we're
to heat the
wording it so
gutter.
he's the only one that could bid.
No, I think these guys. To
I don't
Dennis's
know if other
point,
people do heat or
I don't
not.
know. I don't know what they do or not. But according to you, do other people do heated?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I've never seen others heated tops. I have seen heated heat tape run in the gutters.
Well, I think we should. I think we should rebid the gutters and
But
send out specs
it's the
for
heated
these-
top that
these
will
4
eliminate
people.
the ice buildup in front of the doors.
Okay, so what
That was the problem.
Right.
Okay, the next problem is, what about the fascia? If he comes in with what we're gonna be doing, is that going to be part of the roofing guy's job, or is he gonna put the fascia on?
No, he will not rework the fascia. He will rework the hangers in order to mount to the square cut fascia. But the fascia has an extra step in it that has to be eliminated.
That's what you said. So
Right.
Is this roofer gonna have anything to do with that?
Only if we ask him to do it.
So there again, we've changed the specs for the first roofer.
we had in here about the fascia. Flashing boots, according to the Michigan code. Will that,
No.
if the roofing board planks have not been priorly covered, please install. Oh, that's not going to work.
There's like a
I
1x3 or 1x4 that
I
somebody
think
put
it's
on
almost bid.
the top
That's
of the
what we did.
fascia.
Yeah.
So it doesn't provide
Yeah,
for
yeah,
a
I
nice
got it.
smooth surface for anybody's gutters to attach to.
Oh, none of these gutters would work with that.
No.
I don't have a problem just
I
asking.
don't know what you just said.
No,
that's not what Karen said.
if you're looking for a gutter an attachment that's going to withstand ice buildup, you need the gutter the support to actually be in full contact with the fascia, and that step down does not allow that to happen. So either you add a spacer underneath it, or you eliminate that step.
Well, I don't have
The
a-
reason, Kathy, why most of the houses in northern Michigan, especially in here where I used to do it every year for my uncle and aunt, take their gutters down in the winter is because of the way
That's right.
they're
Most
hung
people don't have them.
and the ice pulls them down.
Exactly.
Right. This guy will guarantee his gutters will not come off in the ice if they're.
But we have to bid it, if we're gonna do his specs, we have to let everybody else bid the same specs.
I'm not saying that. I'm saying the fascia
He's
needs
saying
to
the
be.
fascia. So I
needs to be
think we
worked.
need,
That's not
we
his.
can change, once we've awarded the bid, there is not a problem with changing a part of the spec because you uncover something new. I mean, the fascia wasn't included in it, but I don't think that's going to be, I mean.
But didn't Kevin talk to you about that?
No, what Kevin told me, Kevin said, well, he said he didn't understand it. And that's what he did. He didn't understand what was the problem with the fascia. But I told him exactly what Dennis told me. So, I mean, my personal feeling about the fascia thing is we have to have the guys that's doing the library roof, which is Olson. Olson. We have to tell him the situation with the fascia and have him, I mean, he's going to see it. Mm-hmm. If it's exactly what Dennis says, and say we want to put gutters on here. If this needs to be changed, I mean, we have change orders all the time.
Exactly.
On jobs, so we just do a change order.
Exactly.
I want the
If
guy
the
that's
gutter guy
doing
doesn't
it.
do it, the roofer does it.
Yeah. So let's just leave it as it is and we'll talk to the Olson guy about the fascia when he's there and tell him we need to have fascia for gutters, covered gutters. That should be, I mean, that's just a, it's just a
something
change
that
order.
comes up.
Yeah. Okay, and then we'll rebid the gutters. So we won't award the gutter tonight. The other thing I want to talk about bidding, just a comment, Rachel. I really don't want the bids just to go into the Straitsland Resorter. I think they need to go in the Sheboygan.
They did go in the Sheboygan paper twice.
Okay, good. Because I think we've got to go to where we've got volume, and I know both those papers.
But a lot of contractors don't read the paper.
Yeah, well, can't do anything about that.
They're all busy now.
Yeah, the contractors got so much work. I'm surprised we got
That's why we didn't
a
get.
couple bids here.
In fact, I put it in again.
Yeah, I saw that, but it was after the bid date. It was
I
after the
understand
date.
that, but when I put that in last Monday, I had one bid.
Mm-hmm.
So I thought, well, why not put it out there again? Offer
Yeah,
some
but if we
competition.
would have gotten a bid, we wouldn't have been able to accept it because it was after the date.
Well, they can deliver it.
Yeah, they could have delivered it, right. Okay, good. I'll talk to Kevin and we'll redo this. Maybe you and I could just redo this afterwards. The gutter bid.
Yeah, you'll probably want.
I just need the right wording.
I've heard of his specs.
Yeah. Okay.
It's going to be a 5-inch or 6-inch too. I mean, is everybody going to do apples for apples?
Yeah. Board comments and any issues. John?
I got two things. First one was last month we talked about a franchise, whether it was revocable or irrevocable. We were going to check into that and get back, whether it's going on the ballot or not. I've not heard. Was a franchise that was for
Yeah, they haven't
charter?
contacted me.
Oh, the charter franchise.
That's a ways off.
Okay. And then Cook Road, did
Cook
we get
Road's
that
done Monday.
That's all I got.
It was done.
Okay.
I mean, just
Oh,
go down
it
there and
does?
see.
With
Oh,
Brian.
did she call you?
There were 2 roads that were missed. Well, 4 roads that were missed. Cook Road, for some reason, Clifford Road, and 2 other roads up here. I called. We got a truck, luckily, on Monday. We paid for a full truck, 9,000 pounds, because it was the same price as paying for a 4,000 pound. So we did a few other roads, like Tribon Road, Birchwood Road. We did a few other roads a second time. So yeah, they were done Monday.
Okay. That's all I got.
Dennis?
No.
You want to talk about Mullett Cemetery?
Yeah,
That to be recorded.
Oh, yeah, I didn't bring my
You're getting it
Did you
all.
bring your sheet?
Yeah.
I forgot about bringing that sheet.
That's here's this. You might just give them an update on the changes, the survey.
Yeah, I guess we did have our yearly Burt Mullett Cemetery meeting, and we agreed to buy, or at least budget $300 extra in the kitty for dirt. Believe it or not, cemeteries need dirt to level off the holes, and it's topsoil. Looking at about $4,000 for gate and some fencing this year. We are looking at surveying more lots, and we're budgeting about $2,500 for that. The road that was put in last year is done. If anybody's been out and to drive that, and so it's more lots off of that particular road that Harold has found a need to lay out. And I guess what was $77,000? I think that's what we're gonna.
7,100.
Yes, 71.
71, same as last year.
Yeah.
That we're going to contribute from Mullett Township and what Burt Township will be contributing. And
It was full for just.
yeah, I guess if you want to take a peek at the parcel map, we've got a part of one here that you can take a look at. Fulford will be doing the surveying. So the basic cleanup and expenses are the same as last year.
Okay. Anything else?
No.
Okay. I just wanted to, I've had 2 calls, and I wrote 2 estimates to the township, or to the road commission, request for estimates on Cook Road. This lady's called every year, the road commission, and she needs about 5 trucks full of gravel. And I've talked to Greg, who's our guy on that side of the road, the lake. He knows everything about it, but I had to do a request for an estimate. So we should get that back. And I had another call from Hiawatha Beach, which needs gravel also, and I've sent an estimate for that. I did get a call from Brent, and it looks like they're going to do the sealing of Chapman, Sutherland, those 3 roads that we have up there, and he's just was putting together the timing. Asked me if we were still interested. I said it's never changed in 3 years, so we were interested. So that's it on my side.
All I have is the taxes are out. There's days I'm at the office after 1 o'clock if anybody'd like to come in there. Citizens National Bank also collects, or you can mail them right to P.O. Box 328, Tappan Bay. Thank you.
Rachel?
Well, Bud Garlick still wants his street light, but he wants it on the county portion of the road. So I can go forward with it, or we can, whatever the board's pleasure.
Well, is this Joke's Beach?
At where the gravel is, right?
But
At
I've talked to some of the members
south-
there at their association, and they don't want it.
Right at
Are
the
we just
south
going to do it?
end, where the gravel is, which is still
I think
county.
we should have somebody from their association come and let us know if they'd like it. They'd probably have a board meeting at some point.
I feel the same way. I'd like to hear from more than
Okay.
just, but, I mean, I think it's,
Well, I was asked about it. So.
yeah.
I'm thinking that we should just hold until we're done with this current streetlight district.
Well, Jack Barber wants one at Woodmansey also for safety issue. but, and then he's asked me 2 or 3 times. And I thought if we got this other thing going and got it done, but for $100 we can put one in.
Where at Woodmancy?
And also at
Who
Joke's
else?
Beach.
Who else?
Joke's Beach is an association. I'd
Yeah,
rather
who's
find out
impacted
from
by
them.
Woodmancy? Besides
People that turn to go down Woodmancy. And
People
over
live
at
on-
Jug.
Right on the highway there.
Yeah, I know
right
where it
on
is.
the highway, and it's a kind of a hard corner to see when it's really, really dark. And then the people that go down to South Extension, that hooks into South Extension.
And there's a number of houses in Woodmancy
Yeah.
now, and the developments back there.
Yeah.
So
And
I think
Mitchell is off of that, off of Woodmancy.
I
So
think
there's a lot of people back in there that will be affected by the street light.
Well, I think we need to have maybe a process. If somebody wants a streetlight, we've got to have the surrounding people within some area that are going to be impacted by it tell us they all want it. I just think one person saying, I want a streetlight that will impact 25 people, we should find out what the public wants as opposed to an individual. That's my
Okay.
personal feeling. I don't know what other people feel, but
Yeah. Okay.
I mean, I wouldn't want a streetlight going in next to my house and never having to say about it.
Well, then I'll have him get
Get the neighbors.
Get a petition
Get a
or something
petitioner.
together and bring
Yeah.
it
You
can do
if
it
he
on
wants.
That to me seems like a better approach. I don't know what others feel, but that's how I feel about it.
I'll go next. I don't think there should be any more new lights until this budget is used up at that zero balance that we just voted on. I don't think we should install not one more light.
For 3
Until then.
years.
Yep.
Well, I can tell him that.
Well, that's not the board's, that's one person's opinion. I mean,
Yeah, that's, it's up to the board, whatever they would like.
Well, Marianne had her opinion, I'm just
yeah,
saying.
I think we're all
Right.
just talking about what we think. But I think if there was a genuine reason and a lot of people wanted it, I think we need to support what the public wants. But I don't want to support one person. That's just my feeling. And I don't know what 3 years is going to make a difference. I mean, I don't know what a new lighting district is going to make a difference. Would they demand a new light then because they're in the lighting district? If there's
They're already in the lighting district. Jack's already in the lighting district. He's right on the corner of 27 and Woodmancy.
Yeah, that is the current district.
Yeah,
So
and he will be in the new one too.
Yeah, so he's benefiting from a light or not benefiting from
He's
any?
not benefiting now.
I still think he should get.
Like it would be nice to have one near the bridge too, especially in the winter. That bridge is just wiped out when there's whiteout. There's a lot of
Well, that
safety.
road's pretty close to the bridge. I mean,
Yeah,
it's not very
it
far
is.
away.
It is
The light you're
very
talking about.
close, but yeah, it's just that people ask me to bring it to the board, and I do. So
Well, what's the board want to do about this? I mean, do you want to go after lights? Do you want to not go after lights? What do people want to do?
Well, I think in the old district still, that's what the district was still for. But I would
It's
like
not
to know
very
what his
well-
neighbors want, not one person just going, hey, I
Yeah.
want a light. I mean,
it's the old district is not very well laid out, and so a lot of people don't even know whether they're in it or out of it unless they happen to look at their tax bill. And,
well, that's definitely in.
yeah, but that one definitely is. I know it is.
It's right on the highway. But
and
What do
there's,
you-
there's at least 3 other houses very close to Jack,
Yeah.
right
well,
on the
then you
corner.
have everybody on the other side towards the lake with the mayflies that might not want it.
Correct.
Well, they have lights in there. Liberty Point has lights already. There's one by neighbors.
Does anybody want to do a motion for the process to get lights or not?
Are you making a motion
No,
on
I'm
that
not.
process?
No, I'm just saying, I was
thought
saying the
the
process,
suggestion-
the
I thought
suggestion would be what Kathy said.
I thought the suggestion would be maybe if he had some neighbors that were all in that old current district that wanted the light, then if everybody was for it, I don't know if there would be a problem with that.
No, as
But
far
just
as
to do
I'm
it because
concerned.
one person wants it, I don't know.
I
don't know his neighbors.
I would support that if it was, like at least 50% of the neighbors.
Well, I'll go back to Jack and ask him if he can do that.
I mean, that's what that Lake District money is
Let's try
for.
it. Let's
Well,
try it
let's
for a
wait,
couple times
wait,
and see what happens.
Before we do that, let's make sure that they come to the board and we don't defeat it. So I think we need a motion to say, if we're going to use that process where a person that wants a light gets the neighbors at least half or some percentage of them, then when it comes to the board, we've already set the process versus I don't want it. So if I think John says he doesn't want it,
But the money in the account is for usage of a light. It's
I
not
know.
really for just putting up lights, so I
No,
don't
no.
know where we're going to
yeah, I'm just
find the
asking.
lines there.
I mean, I would change my position if there was a very bad accident that caused and could have been prevented by a light. I would review it, but just because an individual, pretty soon this one, they're all asking for lights because they're paying for it, and then we've got to step up the bill every year in this motion because we put so many lights in, and then we had half the people here that wanted dark sky.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm not in favor of it unless if it was a safety concern, I might re-look at it.
Yeah, I looked at that with Mike one time, and there are about 4 sections that are safety concerns. So,
I mean,
as that he has noticed along 27, which is already the right district.
you talk about safety concerns, it'd be East Mullett Lake Road, and there's nobody that wants a light
Yeah,
there.
I understand that.
Dennis, what do you?
I think East Mullett Lake Road's ready for the next technology where they put the lighted center lines in.
Yeah, the reflector ones that can be plowed off.
Oh, no, they're actually talking about, future roads will actually be solar cells, and they'll be able to light the center and then plug that right into the power grid. Have you not seen any
You
of
can
those?
leave me out of it
Yeah.
completely. You go on in there and you're
I
done.
really don't
Then-
know who to email them to or the email number.
I guess
I'll send it to
I'm open if Jack can get the majority of the folks on the existing lighting district off on Woodmansey to jump in on them, then maybe we should consider it.
Do we take that out of the light fund though? Is
Well,
it
it would have to come out of the
That's what it comes
existing
out of.
light fund because it's the existing light district.
It was supposed to be their usage, not more lights, right?
No, it was for both.
Okay.
That's what the lighting fund was for. We paid our lights out of there forever, right? You paid new.
Since 49.
Yeah, that's
I
exactly.
didn't know
Yeah.
we had something else.
But
Yeah.
I don't think we should be looking for areas right
No,
now
I agree.
to be putting lights.
Well, no, I mentioned it to Mike. I said, are there any safety issues on 27 that you think could possibly use, especially in the winter, where you have whiteouts and that sort of thing?
Mike
Came up with
Mike
4 areas.
Roper?
No,
Mike who?
Mike English.
Oh, Mike English. Oh, okay. Fire.
Fire.
But I don't think there's been any
Fire
problems
people.
down that way. I live down that way.
Well,
Okay. Then it sounds like we have somebody make a motion to the effect that if a property owner who is in the current light district comes to us and wants to put a light in, they have to have the majority of people in their neighborhood agree to the light per a name on a petition would be the best way, I think, to do it.
Yeah, something that can
Something
be
that can be
verified by a
verified.
tax parcel number. And
Yeah. Is anybody want to make that motion? If nobody wants to make it, then it dies. Okay. Motion to approve the minutes.
bills.
Bills, I need, oh Jesus, the bills.
So moved.
Support,
Support.
all in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Okay, motion to adjourn.
So moved.
Second?
I'll second.
Okay, all in favor?
Aye.
Okay. This is a